In the last few months alone here at Touchdown Trades, we have invested in 3+ penny stocks that have ran up over 100%. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how I find these penny stocks and how I formulate a plan for investing in them with a low risk and high reward potential. What's good, all my trader and investor homies? After much debate with the Touchdown Trades National Security Advisor, I have got him to agree to allow me to declassify, that's right, to declassify this top secret information. We're gonna be breaking down how to find the top penny stocks before they make a big move. Chasing penny stocks is not the answer. Finding the sector that's hot and finding the next one that's about to take off is the right way to invest in penny stocks. I'm going to show you guys how I find them and how I make a plan, how I formulate a plan to find that buy zone, to set that stop loss, and to find the right profit target. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We talk about the hottest stocks in the market every single day. I ask for one favor every video, and that's to just go down there and start clicking all the buttons, the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell. The penny stock market has been hotter than ever. But one thing holds true, and that is if you chase, if you give into the FOMO and you just buy on news, you buy because everybody on StockTwits is pumping up, hyping up a specific penny stock, you will lose money. You have to have a plan. You have to stick to your plan, formulate a thesis, and stick to it. And that's what I'm going to be showing you guys, how I personally do this in today's video. Let's break it down. Let's secure the bag by making smart investments and sound trades. Let's get it. Alright guys, check out the link in the description after the video for Webull. They are offering the Touchdown Trades community an awesome deal. Literally free money. If you sign up with my link in the description, deposit $100 or more, Webull will give you 4 free stocks valued up to $3,200. That is literally free money. Check them out after the video. Alright guys, first we're going to talk about how I find the penny stocks that I invest in. And second, we'll talk about how I formulate, how I build a plan for investing in them. First thing that I do is I decide whether I'm going to be investing in a stock long-term, a year plus, 12 months plus. If it's under 12 months, then I consider it a short-term investment or a swing trade. So if it's a long-term investment, what I'm looking at is company-specific fundamentals and the business model. If it's a short-term investment or swing trade, I really don't care that much about the company. What I'm looking at is hype, the thesis, the story around the trade. Are people buying into this sector? And the second thing I look at is volume. Is volume coming into the sector? Is volume coming into the stock? Let's talk about how I find this stuff. The first thing that I do is I use a free screener, absolutely free, and it's called Finviz. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. And what I do is I just go on Finviz every day and I look at the top gainers. And your top 4 or 5 gainers are usually going to be penny stocks. Penny stocks are the most volatile stocks in the entire market, so they're going to put in the biggest moves. And I write down those top gainers every single day. I'm not going to buy them that day, but I want to have a list of gainers. I want to watch them. I want to go back to my charts after I look them up. For example, BNGO has been a really hot stock over the last week because some news came out. A lot of YouTubers, including myself, have made videos on it, and it's ran up huge. It's ran up from sub 50 cents all the way up to $3.50. So a 700% move. Now, I do not want to buy this stock after it's made a 700% move, but I do want to keep my eyes on it for a pullback, and this is going to be a short-term trade because we really don't care about the company's fundamentals at this point. We're just looking for a pullback. And looking here at the one-day chart here on BNGO, we really don't have any support areas to buy off of until this level here. I'll draw out my trend lines, and we really don't have any support until the $1 level. So we would need a very drastic pullback back down towards this support area in order for me to become interested in this stock. But what I do is I do this for every single stock in the top gainers list every single day. And then I'll come back to my charts once again and I'll set alerts. So I'll create an alert, I'll go to add an alert, and then once BNGO touches this, is crossing this line, and I'll get an alert, an SMS alert to my phone, and I'll know that we may have a trade here, a support trade, a short-term swing trade here on this penny stock. So that is the first way that I find stocks that I may want to take a trade or make a short-term investment in. Quick plug, guys, if you want to try these charts that I'm using, they're TradingView. TradingView is an awesome charting provider, and they also have really good scanners. You can get a 1-month free trial, link in the description. All right, the second way that I find short-term penny stock investments is I go back to Finviz, I look at the screener up here, and then I'm going to go up and I'm going to click on all. Right here, click on all, and that's going to allow you to use all the criteria. And one really good aspect about Finviz is that you can scan the market by sector. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to go to market cap, over here market cap, and we're looking for penny stocks, right? So we don't want large caps to come up, populate in our scanning criteria. So we're going to go to under $2 billion market cap. We can also look by price. Right here we have price. I'll plug in under $10. And then if a sector is hot, for example, a couple months ago the solar sector was very hot. We caught 100% multi-bagger in Sun W. Another one we caught recently, if EV was really hot, you can plug in EV into the sector criteria. And we don't want to chase the ones that have already popped off. We want to look for the next one. What we can do is we can look for performance. Performance 2, it'll give you 2. So for this example, I would go month up. It will show us how much it's changed over the last month. For this scan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to performance. The first performance, I'm going to put in month plus, well, actually, let's put in quarter plus 30%. And month down. What that is going to allow us to look for is really strong stocks that are up 30% plus on the quarter and they're pulling back on the month. So we're getting a look at a very strong stock, 30% up on the quarter, but it's pulling back. That's going to allow us to find strong stocks on pullbacks. The next thing I want is to put average volume at over 750,000 shares a day. When you're investing in penny stocks, you have to be very, very careful that you don't invest in low liquidity, low volume BS, where if you make a big investment, you're going to get stuck. You're not going to be able to get out of the stock. If it drops big on you, you won't be able to sell. So over 750,000 shares average volume. Relative volume, the most important aspect about trading penny stocks, investing in penny stocks, is relative volume. What moves a stock? What moves a penny stock? It's not news, it's not beating earnings, it's volume. And volume validates everything. If a stock comes out with a PR, a news release, and the volume doesn't go up at all, that PR is bogus. The market is saying that PR is nonsense. If a stock comes out with a news report and the volume is triple that day, the market is telling us that that news report is valid and that we should be paying attention to it. So relative volume is a very important scan criteria. Sometimes I'll go into over 3, over 5. If it has over 10, that is really high relative volume. So here we're going to put over 2. We don't have any results, so we'll just go back and we'll put in over 1. We have a few results here. And to be honest, guys, if it comes up as the sector's biotech, I'm probably not going to pay attention to it because I'm not a big biotech investor. I think trying to chase biotech stock that maybe is going to get FDA approval, I think that is a bad strategy, and over the long run, you're going to lose money. So we're going to cross that first one off the list. KYN, this one is looking interesting. And then we have MESA, also looking interesting. And SPCB looks pretty good as well. So we have 3 or 4 stocks coming up on this scan that look pretty interesting. Let's take a look at this SPCB. I do like the looks of this. We ran up really big from 50 cents all the way to $3 and we pulled back, but we're starting to see some more volatility come in right over this dollar support area. So what I would do is I would pull this up on the chart, draw out my trend lines, my support, my resistance. All right, so I got my support resistance drawn out on this SPCB. Supercom is the name of the company. And this is just the technical analysis. After I finish up with the technical analysis, I would move into taking a deeper dive at the company. We'll do that in just a second. But what we have here is we have a stock that made a huge run up from 40 cents all the way up to $3, pulled back hard, found support at the 80 cents area, and then made a move back up. We're pulling back. We have support. We have tons of support in this area. High volume bar days. These high volume bar days that start a big move act as support. So I think this stock is going to hold this 80 cent area and is going to round back out and maybe retest that $2 level. That's a huge 100+% move if that happens. So I do like this SPCB short-term investment. To find long-term penny stock investments, you just have to do a lot more due diligence into the individual stock, into the company. Short-term is finding the hot sector and finding maybe a basket of 3 stocks in that sector that have yet to take off, and then investing in all 3 of those. If 1 or 2 of them takes off, then you're making money. So long term, we made a couple long-term investments in 2020 that were really good penny stock wise. GoPro, it was one that I've just done a lot of research in. You have to do research into the fundamentals. Do the numbers add up? Go to Finviz, type in the stock that you're interested in. GoPro, I saw that the market cap was under $1 billion and they had sales over $1 billion at the point that we invested in it way back here when it was trading at like $5 a share. So that's why I thought GoPro could maybe transition from being a camera company to being a software as a service company. They had just started doing their subscription cloud data storage stuff, and we made a really nice longer term investment on GoPro. That's how I find these long-term investments. You keep your eye on a stock, you do the research, you look at the fundamentals, the price to sales ratio, the revenue numbers. Are the revenue numbers growing? You like the idea of the company, the business model, the thesis around the company, and you make the investment. Short term, it's not even about the company. It's not even about the individual stock. It's about the sector. It's about the story. It's about the plan. Let's talk about how you formulate a plan on these penny stocks. Let's go back to that SPCB, and I'll show you how I would make a short-term investment on this stock. So we have support right here from 80 cents to 90 cents. That's going to be our buy zone from $1 to 90 cents. That's our buy zone. Our stop would be down here at 70 cents, and our profit target would be up here above $1.30. That's how fast I can formulate a plan. You use support, you use resistance to make your plan. You stick to the plan. Doesn't matter how confident you are in the investment. If it starts to go against you, you have to stop out in these penny stocks because they can literally drop 50% in a week. And you don't want to be bag holding. You don't want to be on the wrong side of a penny stock because it can absolutely hurt really bad. It's like getting slapped in the face really hard by your girlfriend when she's mad at you. It's not fun. Take, for example, Hyliion. Hyliion's not a penny stock, but it's a good example of how fast things can go against you. If you're buying up here, you're chasing at $60 and you hold just red day after red day, and before you know it, it's down here at $15. You have to have a plan, stick to the plan. All right, guys, I hope this gave you a better understanding of how I find short-term penny stock investments and long-term penny stock investments. Just to wrap it up, short-term is about sector, it's about increase in volume, and it's about finding those stocks before they make the huge move. Long-term, it's about the company. Is the revenue increasing? Is the business plan going to allow it to capture a bigger market share of that particular sector? And it's about getting in and sticking to the plan. All right, guys, that's going to wrap this up. I hope you got something from it. If you did, hit the like button for me. If you're not yet a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, peace.